Drop the gun! Show me your hands!
Welcome to the Weekly H Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. Now, I missed last week's report, so any totals given will be for the last 2 weeks. Chicago added 21 in that span and passes the 300 mark. Philly added 17. New York City added 15 and passes the 200 mark. Houston is showing 13 for the last 2 weeks. I'm not sure the site I'm using is 100% accurate, but we'll go with that number for now. Baltimore is reporting 9 and passes the 150 mark. DC is showing an increase of 7 and is currently 17 ahead of where they were last year at this time. And New Orleans is showing 6 for the last 2 weeks. Now for some overall yearly totals. Las Vegas, 107. Kansas City, 92. But the site hasn't updated in weeks and will be removed from this list soon if that doesn't change. Milwaukee, 92. 38 fewer than last year at this time. Columbus, Ohio, 87. Birmingham, Alabama, 82. Jackson, Mississippi, 54. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 40. San Francisco, 29. They're 3 ahead of where they were at this time last year. Seattle, 28. And Rochester, New York is at 26. Over 1,000 young people have lost their lives to Bang Bang events so far this year. There were 32 large events in the last 2 weeks, and we'll pass the 400 mark before the weekend's done. I'm going to start covering all of these weekly starting next Tuesday. There were 47 defensive use incidents reported over the last 2 weeks. I'll be back to covering most, if not all of them, starting again next Wednesday. We lost 4 officers in the past 2 weeks in the line of duty. Officer Jessica Ebighausen from Rutland, Vermont on July 7th. Deputy Sheriff John Durham of Marion County, Indiana on July 10th. Officer Jake Wallen from Fargo, North Dakota on July 14th. And Officer Anthony Ferguson from Alamogordo, New Mexico on July 16th. We also lost K9 Falco from the Gary, Indiana PD. Well, that's all I have for you today, but I'll be back next week with the week 30 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week.